it's Mariga here from Skin Essentials. I hope that you're having a great start to the new year. I wanted to have a little kind of a general chat about facial reflexology with you today, because I know mostly what we focus on, or always what we have always focused on, is skincare. And the fact that I did introduce facial reflexology, I was going to say this year, it's last year now, maybe made a little bit of confusion about whether it's skincare or whether it's a facial. So I just thought it would help to give a little example and a little chat here about exactly what we're doing with it. So yes, our focus is skin. We are a skincare clinic. The newer holistic treatments are more definitely a broader focus on wellness, and wellness from a holistic point of view, which is something that I have done for years and decades at this stage. Not always commercially, but it's something that I've always loved, and I'm bringing it back, and we're all bringing it back here into our treatments, because I think that we're all a bit traumatized one way and another, and definitely exhausted in various ways as well over the last couple of years with everything that's been going on. So I thought this was a really nice time to reintroduce holistic treatments, because we need self-care more than ever. And also that stress and that exhaustion, it shows on your skin. So yes, the two all tie together. And sometimes when we're treating skin on its own, it's just not enough, because some of what manifests, our skin is a reflection of everything that's going on inside, and some of what manifests has to be dealt with. So particularly stress, exhaustion, lack of sleep, which a lot of us suffer from. And then everything else that's going on in your body has an impact as well. So I'm going to give you an example to sort of explain how it can give you an overall help and support to your system, but also reflect on your skin. So one of the things, an example of something that I can use the facial reflexology for. Now, it can be used as a general anti-stress, which a lot of people are having it for, but we can get very, very specific, and it's tailored very much to exactly your needs. So the example I want to tell you about is blood sugar. So this is something that I created a little program to help myself with, because in the middle of last year, around about May, June, I just had regular blood tests, as you would every now and again, to make sure everything is okay. And I was really surprised that my blood sugar came back as elevated. I'd never ever had a problem with that before. So sort of on a scale of, I don't know, they wanted to be under 40. So I know there are different ways to measure them, but this is what my GP and her nurse were using. So under 40, and mine had previously 5 years before been 37, the last time I had it tested. So it came back at like 49 or something, quite high. I actually can't even remember, 49, 51, around there. So the medical advice was to go on, they call this pre-diabetes now. So the medical advice was to go on medication for that. So I'm not overly keen on medication if there is another way. Obviously, if you need to be on it for something, you need to be on it. So I said, give me 3 months. Will that be okay to deal with it myself through diet and other ways? So they said, yes, we'll do that. So I immediately cut out sugar. Now, I said earlier on I was surprised that my blood sugar was gone up. Do you know what? I shouldn't have been, because during the lockdowns, I got the worst sweet habit. So instead of, having treats at the weekend or whatever would be my usual, I was doing it every evening. It was like every evening after dinner, it was what's next. So I shouldn't have been the least bit surprised that my blood sugar was elevated. So I cut that out immediately. So, they said, okay, cut down sugar, lose weight. So I cut that out, which kind of, in about 12 weeks, by the time I had gone back to the doctor, I had lost 1 stone in weight just from cutting out that excess sugar. And I had, at that stage, started doing facial reflexology. So I worked with my tutor to create a plan for exactly this, for pre-diabetes, for elevated blood sugar, for helping to support my own system, particularly in the area of the pancreas, the stomach, the spleen, to support this. So 12 weeks later, when I went back to have my bloods redone, I had stopped the sugar. I had been doing my pre-diabetes protocol on my own face, and I had gotten my blood sugar down to 41, which was down to where the doctor was happy with it. Now, I wouldn't like to have it done today, I have to say, after all the Christmas excesses, but I'm back on the no sugar wagon now. So I have continued and will continue to do those pre-diabetes protocols on my own face through the facial reflexology. So that is an example of how we would create a particular treatment for you around exactly what's going on in your body. Now, of course, it does actually help with the skin, because everything that's going on in the body reflects on the skin. So for me, I found that the hollowness that I was getting under my eyes improved, and the bit of puffiness, around my jawline definitely improved as well, and that was being manifested by the sugar intake. So cutting out the sugar and then supporting that with a pancreatic support treatment has the nice side effect on the skin. So that is one of the ways, and a real life example of what facial reflexology is for and can do. When I'm doing a more general one, if you just want to try it out or just want to have something general, I will always focus on an anti-stress. So hormone balancing, anti-stress, and maybe digestive, because I think we all have a little bit of less than perfect digestion usually going on. So that is facial reflexology, how I like to use it, what it is for, and kind of a real life example of it. Also, it's really very, very, very pleasant to have. So thank you for listening. If you made it to the end of this video, please do drop any questions in the comments for me, or get in touch with us here at Skin Essentials in Wexford Town if you have any questions about that, and if I can help you at all. And once again, Happy New Year.